They need probably 8-9 months to get the vaccination levels up. And, so every day is a fight. Beijing will be an interesting front in that war.
You could have a zoonotic, that is a virus that jumps from an animal to humans, that attacks young people, that attacks everyone, that is very lethal. I mean, something like AIDS, for example. These are all zoonotic diseases. In some ways we got unlucky if you're older, but in some ways we got lucky that, for example, people under 18 really don't get it much.
Yeah, smallpox, which is the only disease we've ever eradicated, had about a 30% death rate.
Wow.
And so, that's a factor of 100 worse. Bubonic plague had a death rate of about 40%. So awful pathogens can show up. Even in the case of flu, there have been some variants that are even more fatal than the Spanish flu was. The good news is that we've never seen since 1918 something that combined an ability to transmit very effectively and this very high fatality rate. I mean, HIV is kind of a weird one because that's not respiratory, it's sexually transmitted. It's amazing given that it's gotten as big. It's, that by every definition is a pandemic. It's this weird thing where you live with it and you're transmitting it for quite a number of years, 7 or 8 years, before you are visibly symptomatic. Now, the test could tell, but that long period before you have symptoms, the latency period, was so long that it starts out in the 1950s, and the world doesn't even realize what's going on until the 80s, and then by the 90s we have therapeutics, but we don't even have a vaccine. So I do think it'll be a respiratory spread. And so that helps a bit in terms of, masks or things that you inhale that block infection. Those types of innovations are worth inventing.